Chapter 3, discussing output gain. Let's take you over to the console and get right into this. So we're here on our console again. We've got our input gain set to unity 0 dB. Our input fader is set at 0 dB. Let's take our output fader to minus 30. As you see on the meters, we're at a 1-to-1 ratio on our input fader still. 0 dB, 0 dB. We're attenuating 30 dB here, so that will be our final output. This output is not enough, so you can do things to get it to be enough. It's the exact opposite of the last chapter, how we showed you the input gain. If it's too low, it's just reverse everything. So now what can you do? You can push the input fader. It's not going to do enough. What a lot of people will do without seeing the main fader, they'll just hear that it's not enough. They'll start cranking up the preamp again. And again, we're into distortion. Distortion is our biggest enemy, especially with digital consoles. So we're going to bring this back to unity. We're going to bring the fader back to unity. And again, we're seeing unity output. Let's go into an auxiliary that would feed a monitor mix or an effect send. Right now they're set up as effect sends. But the same basic principles apply. Our master is at 0. Let's pull it to minus 30. You see on the meter, our level is dipped to minus 30. When setting auxiliaries and pots on a console, roughly 7 on a scale of 10 is unity, or 70%. See here we're at 0 dB on our send, and we're getting minus 30 on the output. So you can do things here again. You can crank the aux send. It's still not going to give you enough. Bringing back to unity, we're in distortion again, so we'll bring the send back to 0. And there you have it, 0 dB again, which will be distortion-free and clean signal going out. So today we've looked at output gain in our sound system. One other thing to keep in mind is making sure that your power amplifiers are appropriately matched to your speakers. If they're overpowered, you're going to be sending way too little of signal out of the console. If they're underpowered, you're going to be sending way too much signal out of the console. So it's just one more thing to keep in mind. Every piece of equipment in the entire chain needs to be set at unity gain to work properly. That pretty much covers output gain. Next, we will be looking at signal flow within the console.